Last question. Our cleanup hitter for the day. Oh, I can tell you're ready. Doug, you're up.
Yeah. I mean, we're already at 8:20. This is like my bedtime. I'm such a morning person. This is great though. No, it's Kyle, you're such an old soul that I feel comfortable at least teeing this question up, and I hope it makes sense to you. But there's a wonderful quote: being wanted feeds the ego, being valued feeds the soul.
Yeah.
And I feel like everything you've described in your short 5-year journey on the art side is so personal to you.
Yeah.
Can you relate to that quote? Was there a time 5 years ago when it was more ego driven, and did you struggle with that if one of your works of art, wasn't getting traction or nobody was buying it or what have you, to the point where you're at now, if you kind of vibe where I'm going with that?
Yeah. So I would say I'm at the ego point right now. I would say early on in my career, because it's like, you're like, okay, this is what I want to do. Now I'm like, okay, this is really what I want to do. And how do I really, really do it? And how do I make people see this? And like, I do think it gets in the way at times now. But that's all part of just like marketing yourself and getting to where you want to go. So I would say in the beginning, it was the fuel to get the ego, to get the fuel back. So I think,
do you take it personal ever? If one of your, masterpieces does not sell at either the rate
I get
or the
angry
price?
at times. I get angry at times, but like my art dealer always laughs at me when I'm like angry. He's like, Kyle, we've been working together for 2 years, a year and a half. He's like, look at the first piece I sold and look at this piece that I sold. He's like, you are just getting so much better. He's like, so it doesn't actually matter. Just keep doing it. But like, there's times where I paint stuff and I'm like, this one's gonna sell. That one won't sell. And like one that I just like that I don't think is gonna sell will sell. And then one that I think is gonna sell will sell. And then it's just all over the place. And the industry is crazy. It's unpredictable. It's a little bit cold. Like it's just an animal kingdom of people, and you need to find the people that are willing to listen to your story and that believe in your art. And those are the people that you want selling your paintings, because you have a personal relationship with them and they care about you, and you, in the end, you care about them, because if they're getting you paid, they're getting themselves paid. So you need to do your best and they need to do their best. And as an artist, to do your best, you have to express, you have to be personal, you have to explain your story, you have to be open. Like there's so much stuff around it. So I think
is that not a beautiful way to end it though? What you just hit on, Kyle, Scott, and everybody on this call, relationships.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Begins and ends.
It is the art world is the craziest world, and it's the relationships that I've been screwed over by a lot of people, and it stinks, but it's a learning experience and they're there for a reason. But yeah, I would say the ego is always going to be in an artist, because if an artist didn't have an ego, then they wouldn't be making art. But they do make, even if their ego is high and they're like, how did this sell? They're still making it from within them. So
Right.
it's kind of like an interesting, everything intertwined.
I think